Hi, my name is Austin Lewis, and today I'm going to be talking about the termination of Kliff Kingsbury as head coach at Texas Tech for the football team. So he was terminated on November 24th in 2018, and because of this termination, he had a contract, so he would get to receive portions of payments that he was supposed to be receiving from this contract. And within the contract, it states that he would receive 75% of remaining base salary and rights for years 2017 and 18, and 50% of the remaining base salary and rights fees for 2019 and 2020. So basically, the base salary and rights fees are the two largest components of his compensation. He had other types of compensation, such as vehicles and tickets, free tickets to games, travel expenses, meals, but the largest portions of his compensation were this base salary and rights fees. So the base salary was $100,000 for the first year of this contract and $300,000 for every year after that, and that was due to the contract being signed. I think it was at the end of August in 2014. So the larger portion of the contract is the rights fees. So the rights fees is a payment that Texas Tech pays to Kliff Kingsbury, and that is payments for things such as like sponsor deals, like I think it's with like Under Armour and things like that. They basically pay him money that they receive from that, and it's a lot more substantial. So the base salary for all the years together was around $1,900,000 for the total contract, and the rights fees were $21 million to be paid out by the end of the contract. So it's a pretty substantial difference, and it kind of affects how much money he's going to be getting each year. So I went ahead and calculated how much money he would receive upon termination, early termination, for the rest of the years. So he's going to be paid out $4.3 million upon his early termination, which is pretty insane. And what's even crazier is he already got $3.3 million this year. So he just pretty much doubled his income for the year. So that's going to have some major tax consequences for him. So he's going to see an increase of taxes, federal taxes due, of about $1.6 million compared to what he would have paid before, without the parachute payments as they're described in the tax code. So there's some other consequences that come with this transaction, specifically for Texas Tech. Texas Tech has to deal with Section 4960, which deals with a new excise tax that came from the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. So basically, this excise tax is imposed on tax-exempt organizations, and it has to do with executive compensation. So you take your top 5 paid employees, highest paid employees, and any income that each one receives over $1 million is taxed at a 21% rate, and that's what the company has to pay to the government for that extra compensation. So before this whole termination, Kliff would have received, he was supposed to receive around $3.7 million for the year, which would have given Texas Tech an excise tax of, around $777,000. So after this, he's pretty much doubling his income, and that's why we see an increase of this excise tax for Texas Tech, a jump from $777,000 to around $1.4 million that they're going to be paying for 2018. And those are pretty much the two largest components of this transaction. So Tech's going to be seeing an extra around $600,000 increase in excise tax, and Kliff is going to owe around $1.6 million more in taxes for the year. So it's a pretty large jump for both of them. Super interesting transaction because, you know, it's something we just saw a few weeks ago from Texas Tech and Kliff Kingsbury, and that's why I thought that this would be a good choice for this project. Thank you.